Continuing my creator transparency series, today I'm going to be talking about getting paid to do what you love. This topic holds like a special place for me because I remember a few years ago when I was in film school, and it's film school, so they were just talking about going to LA, making movies, and I'm just sitting there like, I don't really want to do that. While I was a full-time student, I was also lucky enough to also have like a part-time job, and I also freelance with other businesses and nonprofits in the city. And helping these businesses and nonprofits, that was where my heart was. I got to be able to create documentaries, help them create social media posts, and edit and film YouTube videos for them to help them get their story heard online. And a lot of these people, a lot of these nonprofits, they help people with marginalized backgrounds. And that really made me happy because at the time I lived with my grandma, and like she would watch the news all day, and basically the news would always show something negative happening in the city of Philadelphia. And I'm like, okay, but why is there only like a 30-second, video on like the good that's happening? So I was happy to be telling some of the good stories that was happening, or being able to like help people get more exposure to that. And that's why I started and continue to do what I do, to help people tell their story on social media. It didn't take me long to realize, though, that I could actually make money doing what I loved, and I didn't have to follow the advice that my professors were doing, because for some reason, no one talked about freelancing or owning a business at college. I don't know why. And this is when I started diving deep into the world of like online businesses and how to start a business and stuff like that. And I talked a lot about my journey in my Passion of Profit workshop, which hopefully I can do another one of those soon. But basically, I paid a lot of money to be in other programs and, other mentorship spaces outside of what I was already paying for school to help me in the specific field that I was in, because I'm like, I want to start a business. But I tell you something about the differences with some of the programs that I was in, right? So the programs specifically for like videographers and video editors and creative people, they would always tell you that, you basically had to work for free if you wanted to get clients or start a business. They said when you're first starting, you have to work for free for like a substantial amount of time. And that never quite sat right with me. Because like, first of all, I was going to school for what I was doing, so, I actually knew what I was talking about. Another reason was I knew I actually had valuable skills because people were asking me to come and help them. And basically, if they were able to do it, they would have did it themselves. And also, I was still getting clients while I was inside of college. So I was like, what are they talking about? What do you mean you have to do free work? I even got an $8,000 retainer deal from a very large nonprofit at the age of 19. So that idea just never sat right with me. I didn't agree with it. And, I've always believed that if you have a valuable skill and if people are asking you to do it, then you can get paid for it, and that you should get paid for it. So in my freelancing career, I've only ever did like one free project, and I was literally still learning how to use my camera. And, I really, also, it's like if you come from the background that I came from, where like, I'm not getting like a lot of help with these things, it's like sometimes you literally cannot afford to take on free work. I know that was my situation. Like, I remember when I actually quit my job. I remember when I was telling my mom that I was going to quit my job. She was like, do what you want, but you're not getting any help from over here. And I was like, okay, cool. So, literally cannot afford to do the free work because we got bills to pay. So yeah, from the beginning, I sort of had to have like this mentality that what I was doing was not a hobby. I was passionate about it, but could not call it a hobby. And with that, I didn't really seek out people that were like in my field because of the type of advice they were giving. I always seeked out like business mentors and, people who actually own businesses and were doing really well. And, when I talk with them, their advice was like completely different. They're like, girl, yes, you need to be charging for this. And as a matter of fact, you need to be upping your prices because of, your experience and your background. And I was like, oh, And with that, I actually grew a business mentality instead of like a creative artist mentality. And after I graduated college, I was able to quit my full-time job, and I actually turned down another job offer that I got. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sort of like bet on myself and figure it out on my own. And then fast forward to, when I got on YouTube, I was already doing like video projects and such, and YouTube was just used to expand my reach and show people on YouTube what I could do. And then, I started getting money from YouTube, not by being monetized, but with like services and digital products and other stuff like that. Now I have the goal of being completely monetized because I'm almost there. But at first, honestly, I didn't even look at it. I was like, I'm not even worried about this right now. But I say this not to brag, but to show basically other creators what's possible when you have like a mindset shift. You can get paid to do what you love talking about, and you don't have to necessarily wait until 4,000 watch time hours to do that. I know that a lot of people that follow me, I know that you have skills and talents that you can use to monetize off of before you actually hit that 4,000 subscriber watch time hour goal. But, I'm talking mainly to the content creators or the people that follow me that say they're content creators, but, they say that one day they're going to start a business, or, that they're thinking about starting a business, or the business owners here on YouTube who are saying they're content creators, which I don't think I really have a problem with that, but especially if you're a business owner, your goals, they look a little different here on YouTube than just like getting views. There's like certain things that you have to do, in a certain way you have to do it to actually, get clients here. And this is exactly why I created the Paid Creator Collective, to show people exactly how I did things so that they can get the same results, and also have a community to support them with their goals here on YouTube. I do monthly live workshops every month where I do a live topic. I do monthly Q&As after that live workshop to answer any questions, monthly co-working events, and quarterly networking events to connect with other creators. Next month, I'm dropping my whole YouTube strategy in there for, the community to actually watch and ask me questions on. But yeah, I created this program to basically get you out of the content creator mindset and to turn you into a paid creator. So if you're interested in that, click the link down below to join the waitlist. I only let a certain amount of people join at a time, and I only keep the doors open for a certain amount of time so I can, get acclimated with the people who are joining and figure out what they're working on and give them extra special attention, and before I start letting like new people in. So yeah, if you want to be one of the first people to know about that, click down below to join the waitlist.